In Divine Light, it's your host, Knowledge the Mind. This is the Mind Body Nexus. Now, that's a couple of topics I want to talk about today. I want to talk about evil projection. And what I mean by that is, because I know a lot of y'all, like I said, I've been working on a lot of stuff with myself, and I want to help other people that go through the same thing. So I'm going to teach you the power of the mind, right? This video right here is for those that are very confident in themselves. They're very confident. They know their position. They know where they're going. They don't let trials and tribulations make them fold. They keep their head up no matter what. They love who they are. They love the things that they're able to produce and create. They have a lot of gratitude. And with that makes their light shine bright. You are the type of individual, when you get around regular people, you make people feel small. You make people feel real small. When I say small, you make people feel real small. Like, you can walk into a room. You could be a regular person out here, just a regular old Joe like me. And you can walk into a room with Congress, senator, the mayor, the governor, and they'll feel small when you enter that room. And you'll say, why the hell would the governor, the state mayor, and all them feel small? Because they understand that you have an intellect that's likened to theirs, and you consider a regular citizen. They can see by the way you move. You get what I'm saying? And not only that, and like I say, this goes in multiple terms. This goes in multiple terms. Not only that, you radiate something different. Your confidence is different. Your confidence can't be broken and shaken. You know what I'm saying? So when you have that type of confidence, when you walk into a environment or a room or anything, you make people feel small. And what I mean by that is, people gonna lash out at you when you come around because you are a light. I remember people used to tell me that I was a light. I didn't know what that meant. I said, what the hell does that mean? You a light. That means your very presence, your very existence shed light on what other people might not have seen within themselves until you stepped into the room. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you're going deep. Your light goes deep within people's souls, and it brings out an insecurity that they didn't even know they had until they seen you. Then they realized that was there. Like, damn, I didn't know I felt like that. So they start to lash out at you. But see, the universe is using you as the light to bring that out which they're holding. Because the reason I know this, because it happened to me, it happened to all of us. But see, the only difference is with me, I'm able to notice it. But the only difference is I'm able to bring my own insecurities out of myself. I don't need other people to do it. I'm able to tell myself the truth. People who lie to themselves are the ones who have a problem with those who have a light, because when you step into a room, your light gives them no room to lie to themselves. But if they don't lie to themselves and they already told themselves the truth, and you came into the room and revealed the insecurity of theirs, they already told themselves before you even stepped into the room. So those are people that kind of inspired to be better by your presence, because they already know what they lack and they understand inspired. But so people who are insecure and things of that nature, when people are insecure, you see how motherfuckers be blowing the horn and shit? I'm talking, it throws off my thinking. That's what I'm talking about. When people are insecure, what they do when you step into a room, your light shines. And what people do that hide, that lie to themselves, their insecurities, it comes to the light when you step into a room. What I mean by that is, say for instance, okay, you go to a soup kitchen, right? You need a little food. You go to a soup kitchen. But the people that work in that soup kitchen, the only thing they know is crackheads, drug addicts, addictions, things like that. That's all they know is drug addicts and addictions. That's all they know. They don't know anything else but drug addict and addictions. You know what I'm saying? So they think everybody that comes in there is a drug addict or a nigga that's on crack or heroin and methamphetamines and shit like that, because that's what they used to seeing, right? But you a different person. So you come into a room, you're not on drugs, you're not on anything addictive, but you do have financial troubles, which puts you in a place of needing to go places to get some help in the system with foods and shit like that. So when they see you come in and they looking like, why he's in need? But he don't look like he's on drugs. Because you got to understand that people do have financial troubles in life. We do have financial upheavals in life. It ain't just about drugs. See, some people reality they understand that if you on the streets or you out on, you probably been on drugs. That's not everybody's story. You got some women out here because they've been in abusive relationships. They had to get away. They ended up on the streets. You got some guys that's out here that went to prison, got out, half of their family and died or passed away. They ain't got nowhere to go, woo, so they come out of the streets. Or, you know, you got people like me that just kind of just push to the back burner and shit like that. So it's almost like you got to like fend for yourself. So sometimes they put you in low economic positions. And another thing I tell people too, the world gonna try so hard to deny you, especially when you got wisdom and knowledge, when you got a whole bunch of light. The world gonna try so hard to put you in a box, and they gonna do this by making you seem less in front of people. So say for instance, you got a knowledge about yourself. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something real. Because this is what I really wanted to get on here and say. Okay, as y'all see, I wear this, right? I wear this. Okay? Now, as you see, I wear that. And when I wear that, you got to understand. Religion and stuff is plain. See, when you have a truth and you live by your truth and people can see it, they alter the deck to make it look like you're wrong. Like, say, for instance, okay, the Christians. Say, for instance, I done killed smoking habits and everything. I done fell back, then came back out, fell back and came back out. But that lets you know I got mind power, right? I understand a righteous man fall by what they say 7 times to get back up, and then a wicked man falls, and then when he falls into a calamity, he just destroyed. See, what they don't want you to know, when they see you wearing unks and shit like that, and you going back to your spiritual ancestor, a lot of these niggas that go to these shits, excuse my language, a lot of these people that go to these churches, they worshiping Jesus, this and that, but they still struggling with addictions. They still struggling with this. So when they see me wearing an unk and they see that I used to have certain addictions and stuff and I killed it, Jesus didn't take it away from me because I don't pray to Jesus. So it also makes people look like, damn, what are we doing wrong? What are we following wrong? Why this nigga follow what they said is evil and hell, but he seemed like he got more salvation. He seemed like he got more of a glow to him. It seemed like he got more of a higher spirit than us. Because y'all worship something that ain't gonna give you life. So what they do is, when they see that you following the truth and they can see the truth on you, what they'll do, they'll set the deck so they make it look like it ain't the truth to everybody else. When you see this nigga coming here, don't give him a job. And then they won't give you a job purposely and say Jesus won't give it to you because you're not worshiping Jesus. So they make them look like their religion, like they basically shut doors and opportunities to make it seem like the shit that you're following and worshiping is the reason that doors are closing. But in reality, man, mostly church organization, which runs in politics, and you got to think, a lot of these white church organizations around the city, they all know each other. They know people that own job, companies, corporations, and things like that. So they easily go to follow you around, take a picture of you, and say, you see this motherfucker coming here, don't give him no opportunities. And then they'll sit there and say, maybe because you're not following Jesus, no, because you set the deck against me, motherfucker, because my God is 100% real. And the reason you setting the deck, because it's going to reveal that your God is fake. Because if these niggas coming over here every day with addictions, and they ain't off of drugs yet, evidently Jesus ain't coming to take no damn body off of drugs. Because they got to, see, this type here teaches you to have your own mental discipline to be able to do that. So now you got to ask yourself, now it's starting to reveal, because like I say, people will see the truth when they get to paying attention to you. Because the truth ain't happening. What the fuck do people mean the truth is on you? They said, long as you move in the way that you move, people will see the truth eventually. So you ain't really got to teach, go back to your this and that. Like I said, whatever makes a person good in life, whatever philosophy, religion, whatever. But what people try to put on me when they see me doing my own thing, whatever I'm doing, they'll try to make it seem like it's evil. That's the reason you're not prospering. No, the reason I'm not prospering because I'm following the right way of life. And I got a lot of you people that got the fake way of life in your mind altering the deck against me. So they make it seem like I'm following the wrong path to those that's following your path. But in reality, you're setting the deck. But if you didn't set the deck, I'd be more prosperous than everybody out here. And then it'll show that my way of living, it fits for me. Might not fit for you, but it damn sure fits for me. So y'all got to understand, a lot of these Christian or these church societies, these government societies, they'll do things to set the deck against you. They'll do things to make it seem like it's you. And just like how the CIA did the Black Panther Party, how they set it and destroyed them, because they understood that they was going the right way. So what we got to do, we got to throw some drugs in the community. We got to set the deck to destroy them Because if we don't, they'll prove that they're more powerful than us. And in the government, they want the Black Panthers to think that they were powerful. So we got to destroy them, or they're going to prove to the world that they are powerful. Because they understood, the bigger the Black Panthers got, they understood that they couldn't stop them. So they said, let's destroy these motherfuckers before they get dumbass big. You got to understand what the powers that be, and I don't like putting colors on it, so I ain't going to put a color on it. But the powers that be, they don't like those who come back to their own way of thinking or come back to the right way of thinking. So what they do to keep you in confusion, anybody that wakes up to the truth, they will make it seem like they will set the deck. It's called game stalking. It's called making shit hard for that person. Shut the opportunity. Have y'all ever heard about Damon T. Berry? Do research about Damon T. Berry. This man gave out a lot of knowledge, out the Knowledge Forever Times on YouTube. Check out Damon T. Berry. Now, when the government found out all the information he was giving, they denied him all types of shit. He got sick. They went to the hospital. They wouldn't give him help in the ER. They wouldn't give him help. None of that. Because they told them, if you see this man coming here, you better not give this man no treatment or anything, or we're going to shut this hospital down like that. That's how the government works. The government works against people who are a threat against their system. You get what I'm saying? Y'all might think this starts on the surface, a small level, but this starts on a big level. So when they're a threat, what they do is they'll follow you around in cars, take pictures of you, get a lot of pictures of you, find out where you go, see who you know, whatever, and try to stop opportunities for you. And that's what's been going on with me. Get what I'm saying? Just like a so-called person. I'm not going to say her name. She know who she is. Supposed to have helped me get some shit done. And she always making mistakes. Now, if a person always making mistakes, and it's always, when it's time to help you, they make the mistake, you got to start analyzing numerology. Probability over cause. Probability. What's the probability of this motherfucker making 9 mistakes in a row? 9 is the highest number in the numeral system. Now, if you're making 9 motherfucking mistakes in a row, it seems like you're making them on purpose now. You didn't make 1 mistake out of 9. You didn't make 2 mistakes out of 9. You made 9 out of 9. So it lets me know that this is intentionally done. So when the lady said, "Oh, I'm sorry," I'm thinking to myself, "You're not sorry. You making mistakes." But I can't be mad at her. I have to be mad at myself to think that anybody that don't have the conscious level I have wants me to grow. You got to think, we live in a fucked up world that's evil, and you might not think like that. You might want the best for people. So you would think that people want the best for you. That's how we think. Because we think people want the best for us because we want the best for them. That's not how it really works. When you got a bright spirit, people always want the worst for you. Why? Because it sheds a light on how miserable and chaotic their mind and their life are. So they have to make it seem like you are the wrong one, or you the cursed one. You following the wrong path. This is why nothing's working out. But no, nothing's working out because you setting the deck against me. Now, when I walk down the street and I look on the ground and I got video to prove it, and I find money, right? I can say God, the universe, or the creator gave it to me, right? But when a church group pull up and give me some money, they can't say how Jesus blessed you with it. No, you blessed me with it. Now, if you want to say Jesus used you to give me the money, you can say that, but don't get out the car, give me stuff and say, "Oh, Jesus bless you with it." No, man gave you, or man, you gave it to me. Now, the universe might be using you as a vehicle for the blessing, but don't say give something else credit that ain't give it to me. You gave it to me. Now, if I'm falling on the ground, I can say angels, spirits, ancestors, or anything gave it to me, right? But mostly man give a lot of his credit to something that's really within him. So really you can give yourself credit. When you think positive, you help people, you can say the universe or whatever you worship, whatever, gave me the ability to help this person. Don't just say, "Oh, Jesus helped him," because Jesus ain't do a goddamn thing. The universe gave you the strength to help somebody. You can say that if you want to say woo-woo, or if you believe in Jesus, whatever your case might be, you can say, "Well, Jesus gave me the strength in the mind and put in my mind to help this person right here." But don't just go and give somebody $50 to $20 and say, "Oh, Jesus told me to Jesus gave this to you." No, Jesus didn't give that to me. You gave that to me. Get what I'm saying? It's almost like they trying to force or make up their like trying to make up spiritual, like trying to make up a spiritual act. No, you just gave me that money, not Jesus. Now, if I found it on the ground, then I can say Jesus left me $50 because I found it on the ground. But if you a man and you gave it to me, I can say Jesus helped you or blessed you to help me. I can say that. And I don't like using the word Jesus because I'm not religious, but I'm using it for people that are religious. That's why I'm using the term. Because I have to understand, I have to use regular terms with some people are familiar with, because not everybody are familiar with certain terms. They get lost when you know what I'm saying? If I get to using higher conscious level terms, And I'm talking, a lot of people that's watching is lower conscious level, they get confused. So sometimes I got to talk in an elementary tone to get people to understand what I'm saying. Just like when you walk down the street and you got a confidence or you got a fearlessness to you, people that are inconfident, that are insecure, that are fearful will make you out of trouble. Why? Because you have the opposite energy as them. It's not that you're trouble. It happens to me all the time. I walk down the street, people look at me, keep locking their door. And I used to take offense to it. So what the fuck you locking your door for? You should have been locked your door. You've been sitting right there for 20,000 minutes and you ain't locked your door. Then they see you walk by, they want to click the car and shit like that. And I used to take offense to that. Now I don't take offense to it because I understand that it's their insecurity that they're trying to cover up. When I step into an environment, they realize that they're in fear and I'm not in fear. So when you living in a world full of fearful motherfuckers and you are fearless, all those fearful motherfuckers gonna say you're a problem. Why? Because you have an energy that they ass don't have. I don't understand how he's walking around like he's fearless. He's trouble. Because I fear everything when I walk out the door. I'm locking doors. I'm looking around with my shoulder. I fear everything. This nigga just walking down the street and then looking over his shoulder. He ain't minding. Oh, he's trouble. Because you just reminded him how fearful they bitch ass is. And how fearless you are. When they see you, you got your head up, you got your shoulders right, you walking, you making eye contact with people. Oh, let me hide my purse. Let me lock my door. You ain't did nothing wrong. You just reminded them how inconfident or how insecure they bitch ass is when you step into their presence. So people are always gonna throw shade when you step into their presence when you have a higher energy than most people. So for y'all that's watching that go through that shit, when you step into a room, people make it like you the issue and you ain't did shit. You did something all right. You did something to their fuck ass ego when you stepped into the room. You walk into the room, next thing no motherfucker look at you and do like this. Doop, 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 doop. Oh, I must make you feel small, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta tell yourself that. And it's hard not to take shit personal, because you would think to yourself, why the fuck is you throwing that shade over here? If I wanted your car, I'd slap you in your head and take the keys from you, then get in the car and pull the fuck off. But that's the type of shit that I do. If I wanted to do some shit, I don't steal. First of all, I'm not a crackhead. Only crackheads and dope heads steal. You lock your doors for them. But for niggas like me, you better fucking run if I wanted something from you. I ain't the toughest nigga. I can always die. But that's why I tell people all the time, if I was really on that lifestyle, I'd be on that out here. But I'm not on that. But people that make me on that, why? Because I'm intelligent, so they want me to seem like I'm in trouble. You get what I'm saying? That's what they do to intelligent niggas. Because they want you to put in your mind, you still a nigger, no matter how intelligent you are. When people treat you bad, it's because they see you intelligent, but they want you to remind you to stay in your place. You a nigger, though. Stay in your place, nigger. Stay in your place, nigger. When you walk down the street, that's what the white man do when he get to locking his door. I see how confident you are, but stay in your place, nigger. You look like a thief to me, nigger. Yeah, of course everybody look like something to your white pale ass because your ass is mad. You're not the original and you're not looking good as me. You don't glow like me. Your skin don't look like this and you're mad. So they'll treat us bad because they wish they were us. Y'all gotta understand some shit. I ain't trying to be racial, but let's be truthful where it's going. When white folks do it, Mexicans do it, niggas do it, and the niggas that do it, they mad because when they look at you, and you're the same color as them, they understand that you're not like them and you the same color as them. So you telling them, I see 50-year-old niggas walking around with their fucking pants hanging. Gee, I'm only 30-something. 20 years younger than they walking around with their shit hanging, acting like children. Dame Dash said some profound shit in the podcast. I was listening to Dame Dash. Dame Dash said, I like rap, but I don't listen to rap no more because a lot of these rappers nowadays are young, and a lot of these old heads who listen to these young rappers, they tend to, you got to think music programs your mind. That's why you got a lot of old head motherfuckers walking around thinking they still young because they still listen to young rappers. So when they subconscious mind, they think they young. You're not young. Pull your motherfucking clothes up on your ass. Act like you know, nigga. I've been to the pen. Well, nigga, you should know that you a faggot when you walk around with your pants hanging. And I ain't talking about nobody. Like I say, I'm not perfect. So I try not to bash people because I'm not perfect. I got a lot of fucking flaws. But the thing is, I deal with the shit that I got to deal with. You get what I'm saying? But I don't like that people sit there and make me out of trouble when they ass see me and I'm doing some things that they know they should do and they rather make me out as the trouble. I'm not the trouble. I'm trouble to your fuck ass ego. Just like earlier, walk past a police guy, black police guy. I guess he seen my iPhone a few times. So he wants to pull out his iPhone. Oh wow, they got an extra fucking camera on it. Okay? Cool. You got an extra camera on your phone. I peep game when motherfuckers do shit and not knowing in my mind, say, hell, the motherfucker pretty dumb because not understanding. No matter how many cameras you got on your phone, it's still the same goddamn phone. And no matter how many cameras you got on your phone, some of you niggas just texting and talking. You're not doing what the fuck I'm doing on my phone. Nigga, I damn near created $1 million on my phone. You niggas just get on there checking a message or text somebody. That's all you could have got an Android for that. But if you gonna get some shit that's high tech and want to show it off, be able to know how to use it. Because some of you motherfuckers got high tech phones but still don't know how to use it properly. Still asking, how do you spell? What you mean, how do you spell, motherfucker, when you got Google on your phone? I'm not understanding y'all. I'm not understanding people today. So ask me how I understand you. I don't understand you. I'm pretty sure somebody over here that got a motherfucking issue with me. So they're just looking out the window. They mad. Why? Because they see me talking to my camera. They know I'm speaking some real shit. Some of these motherfuckers out there is like this. You know why? Because they know I'm speaking some profound shit. Motherfucker can tell when I'm speaking some profound shit. But they ain't gonna tell y'all that. They gonna wait till you come around and make you out of trouble. Because, and I said, why do people make me out of trouble? And I told myself, you got two selves. You got a spiritual self and a physical self. You're being made out of this trouble because the spirit self see your light. Not the physical. You're not trouble to the physical flesh of people. You're trouble to their spirit. You make people uneasy when you step into their presence, so they get to attacking you. And then it comes out, manifesting itself in the physical term. Where motherfucker walk past you, step on your shoe, bump against you, and don't say excuse me. Fuck you do that for? Because you made them feel real small. And I understand this too. When people do disrespectful shit, try not to take offense to it, which is very hard because you're being disrespected. But you have to understand, I'd rather keep my calm, cool, collect, and change my thoughts back to where I need to go. Because I understand that these individuals evidently are just hurt. So let their ass stay hurt. Don't let them pass their misery on to you and you in a peaceful state. That's why people do that, because they really miserable. So when you come into a room and people get to disrespecting you, just know that they're wounded. Because people can only give out the energy that they have received. So if you walk into a room and you make somebody feel small, they're going to do something to tear you down. Why? Because it's a retaliation, because you made them feel small when you came into the room. Because in our mind, we thinking like, motherfucker just disrespecting me. But in reality, they disrespecting you. But in the spiritual sense, they really defending their ego. They're self-defending their ego. So they have to do something to make themselves feel good because you made them feel small for a second. Yeah, watch me do this to him, though. Oh, he looked better than me. Damn, he looked better than me. But watch me do this, though. I'm going to step on his shoes. Watch me do this, though. That's their ego. Then the ego needs protection and shit. So they can say, yeah, nigga look better than me, but I disrespect him. He didn't do nothing. That's how these niggas are out here. You make them feel small. You know what I'm saying? Make them feel small to a point when you walk into the room, you ain't got to say nothing, the nigga get mad. When you go into a room, you got a book in your hand, motherfucker get mad at you and shit. What the fuck you get mad for? You just reminded a bitch ass nigga he didn't know how to read. That's all. Instead of him asking, hey, bro, what did you read? And I wish I knew how to read like that. Teach me how to read. I don't know how to read that well. I'm going to be honest. Instead of just being honest with your bitch ass self so you can grow, you got to cover it up and hide it and deny it. That's not the fact or why you're angry, but that's why you're mad. Because you don't know how to fucking read. That's why I don't talk to a lot of guys. And part myself, it might sound racial to my people, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. That's why I don't talk to a lot of people my color, because I understand that most guys my age, and not all, but I'm talking about guys in my vicinity right here. I'm talking about around the world in different states and cities, because I don't know everybody, man. I'm talking about people right here where I'm at. A lot of guys my age and my age group, we can't have a good conversation. Why? Because they ain't got a vocabulary to keep up with what I say. I say some shit, because you know me, when you're a reader, you tend to have certain words. When you speak, certain words tend to come out that you usually read. Cornucopia, which means a whole abundance of, or a lot of, or things like that. You'll say some shit like that. Nigga be like, what did that mean? What did that mean? You be like, damn, I forgot I got to speak in elementary tones, because this nigga has no vocabulary. And a nigga 50. So I got to suffer and be disrespected because you niggas have no vocabulary. But you know every little baby ass, or little baby, big baby, cry baby, you know all them nigga songs. But you don't know how to, you ain't got a vocabulary though. Fuck out of here, nigga. Who fault is that you niggas is fucking lacking in intellectual property? Is it my fault, the world fault? Or should you look at me as a blessing? I'm glad this nigga came around and bring that insecurity out, and now I can fix it. Because best believe there's people that come around me that bring out my insecurities now. Except that, you know what? You're right. You need to change. I always tell myself the truth. Every day I tell myself the truth. I don't never lie to myself. I can't lie to myself. If I'm doing something, I say something. Just like I told myself, yeah, bro, you need to be a little bit more speaking to people. Even though I don't like people like that, I try to tell myself you still need to speak to people, bro, because you live on earth with people. You gotta still try to be loving to people. And I told myself that. Even though I hate people's fucking guts, because I know it's always a problem with people, I still had to learn how to love people though. I still told myself that. You gotta love people, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be mad at everybody. Because when you mad at everybody, the demonic spirits like when you mad at the whole world, because then the demonic spirits can have control over you, do all types of shit, especially people who gang stalking you, people who don't